Tonight, Christmas Day becomes a record day for COVID with more than 6,000 new infections. From celebrations in isolation to first ever festivities, how the Hunter marked a Christmas like no other. Back together just in time, emotional reunions at the airport. The Boxing Day bargains begin, sales kicking off early with shoppers set to spend big. And a shake-up to the Aussies' Ashes lineup ahead of the Boxing Day test.
This is NBN News.
Good evening. With more than 6,500 residents now contracting the virus, COVID has given the Hunter a Christmas it will never forget. 627 new infections were reported overnight and the outbreak continues to grow. But Christmas cheer was evident even for those locked in.
It was a Christmas like no other for Georgia Ray Abdu, flooded with flowers and gifts at her doorstep as she and her housemates isolate.
Definitely feeling special this year, even though we're stuck inside. We've set up a blowout pool in the front yard.
Holly Williams, NBN News.
COVID has forced thousands into isolation, not just in Newcastle, but around the state. Today, case numbers tipped a new record with more than 6,000 people infected in the last 24 hours, all while hospital and ICU admissions continue to rise.
They're two faces of a very different 2021 Christmas.
For those who were able to celebrate together today, Mother Nature turned on an absolute sparkler. In Sydney, excitement started early in households right across the city after the big man in red did his best to put smiles on little faces.
As the sun rose in Sydney, so did the kids. Liz Daniels, NBN News.
For Christians, today held an even deeper significance. Worshippers packed into church services and watched online from midnight, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ.
Illuminated on St Mary's Cathedral, three wise men following the Star of Bethlehem. Below, the faithful gathered.
A second Christmas tragedy has rocked the Gold Coast, with a 5-year-old boy dying in hospital following a dog attack at Varsity Lakes yesterday afternoon. It comes after a toddler drowned at Labrador earlier in the day on Christmas Eve. You're watching NBN News. Still ahead, the Queen's touching Christmas tribute to her late husband. The best bargains for your Boxing Day shopping. And about the hit the road for a holiday, we'll tell you the cheapest place to fill up with petrol along the way.
Hi, I'm Group Captain Jason Bowles. I'm here in the Middle East over the Christmas period. I'd just like to thank a very Merry Christmas to my family, my wife Simone, and my lovely girls Emily and Lucy. I miss you so much. I wish I could be there with you, but I hope you enjoy your Christmas and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Queen Elizabeth has delivered a particularly poignant Christmas message, devoting her annual address to the legacy of Prince Philip, who died in April. The British monarch revealing she still feels her husband's presence, especially while preparing for the festive season.
From the grounds of Windsor Castle.
An overcrowded ferry has burst into flames in Bangladesh, killing at least 39 people and injuring dozens of others. There were around 500 people on board when the flames took hold. Passengers were forced to leap off the boat and swim to safety. It took 15 fire crews nearly 2 hours to control the blaze, which is believed to have started in the engine room. A swimmer is missing after taking a swim in a dam in the state's central west this afternoon. The 42-year-old was in the water at Ben Chifley Dam in Bathurst just before 2 p.m. when he failed to resurface. A search for the man is underway with assistance from Police Rescue and New South Wales SES. A learner driver has avoided Christmas behind bars after being charged with high-range drink driving on the North Coast. Police say the 51-year-old was by himself in an SUV when he was stopped on the Pacific Highway at Bonneville yesterday. He allegedly returned a positive roadside breath test before blowing 1.166 at Coffs Harbour Police Station. The Coffs Harbour man's learner's permit and number plates have been confiscated. He's been bailed to front court in February. Aussies are tipped to spend up big on bargains in the post-Christmas sales. Billions are expected to go through the tills, but it comes with stern advice for shoppers: set a budget and be COVID safe.
The Christmas paper is off and the dollar stashed. Now Australians are preparing to spend big once more.
A Lake Macquarie Road turned into a river this morning when a water main burst at Bulletin. TC Frith Avenue flooded at around 5 o'clock and was closed for most of the day. Underwater says it hopes the road will reopen to traffic by tomorrow, with repairs well underway. Coming up next, COVID explosion. 1 in 10 Londoners now infected with the virus. A heart-stopping near miss as a truck jackknifes and skids out of control. And for movie buffs, it's one of the biggest days of the year. We'll have a full wrap-up of tomorrow's blockbuster releases.
Hi, my name is Bianca. I'm currently deployed on Operation Lilia in the Solomon Islands. I just wanted to wish my daughter a very Merry Christmas as I won't be home. To my family in New South Wales, Merry Christmas to you guys too. I miss you all. Liana, I hope you're a good girl. Be good for Daddy. I'll be home soon.
Omicron has ended Christmas travel in the US with hundreds of flights cancelled. The new variant already surging past Delta's peak as New York City once again finds itself at the epicentre, recording 44,000 cases in a single day.
Home testing kits handed out like Christmas gifts on the streets of Manhattan.
Closer to home now, and state borders might be open, but many families will hit the road from tomorrow for a local summer getaway. Based on the last 3 months' worth of data from the state government's Fuel Check app, we can exclusively reveal the cheapest and most expensive places to fill up in popular holiday hotspots. Sophie Walsh has the details.
In Byron Bay, the cheapest unleaded is at the Caltex in Shirley Street, while the most expensive is at the BP Ozago. Heading down the coast, in Coffs, you want to fill up with unleaded at the Coles Express.
After the break, a selection bombshell ahead of the Boxing Day test. And back to basics, the change in attitude the Sea Eagles believe can turn them into NRL premiers.
Hi, I'm Corporal Ingrid Cogler. I'm here in the Middle East with JTF 633. I just wanted to wish my beautiful children, Connor and Elizabeth, a very Merry Christmas. And to all my friends and family back home, I miss you and I can't wait to see you all again soon.
Australia has dropped a selection bombshell on the eve of Boxing Day with Victorian quick Scott Boland to make his test debut. England, meanwhile, have made sweeping changes as the tourists desperately try to keep the Ashes series alive.
A Christmas Day tradition at the MCG.
This year, Manly soared into premiership contention on the back of some flashy, high-octane rugby league. But after falling 1 win short of the grand final, they've gone back to basics, determined to unveil a more disciplined brand of footy.
They're the moments that still haunt Manly.
After the break, COVID claims another casualty on the Newcastle sporting calendar, and drama at the 11th hour as crews get set to sail in the Sydney to Hobart.
Hi, I'm Private Nassal. I'm here in the UAE with JTF 633 working as physical security. I just wanted to say to all of my loved ones at home a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Mum, Dad, I'm sorry I can't be home again, but I will be there soon. To my brother and his lovely wife, Sam, I can't wait to see you and see my beautiful niece, Orla, which I haven't seen yet. And to everyone else, I can't wait to see you. And I'm counting down the days, but it'll come around soon.
The Newcastle Jets Boxing Day clash has been postponed after a number of Wanderers players tested positive to COVID. The A-League today made the decision, with the Western Sydney team currently in isolation. There's drama in the Sydney to Hobart. Today, one of the main contenders was forced to pull out. 4 crew members of Willow tested positive to COVID, so skipper Jim Cooney was left with no option.
Usually on Christmas Day, the Cruising Yacht Club is packed.
And this is a Christmas message from where you'd least expect, the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. 4 mates from Sydney have spent 2 weeks in a rowboat in a 5,000-kilometre race from the Canary Islands to Antigua in the Caribbean, raising funds for mental health services.
Merry Christmas!
Atlantic. Anyone wanting to donate can head to their Instagram page for more details. Coming up next, all the local weather details. It was a glorious Christmas day for most of northern New South Wales, hot and sunny across the Hunter and New England. It was a different story further north though, with some rain, and it's set to hang around as well. To the satellite first, and thick cloud with a tropical low is bringing rain and storms to the top end. A trough is also triggering showers and storms over Queensland and northern New South Wales, a shower or two for South Australia and Victoria. And things are about to get a whole lot different over the coming few days. If we take a look at the synoptic chart, and troughs will generate rain and storms across the tropics and into Queensland and New South Wales, and there is the potential for some heavy falls over the next week or so. Taking a look at the weather across the regions today, and starting on the Gold Coast where it was wet and 27 degrees, 29 and rain for Lismore, much the same for Grafton and Coffs Harbour. Moving inland, and it was 24 at Armidale, a hot one in Moree, 35, 33 at Narrabri, 32 at Tamworth and Scone, 28 the top at Gosford. Coastal waters information now, and seas were 1 metre with a 1 metre swell off the Byron coast, much the same off the Coffs coast, and seas 1.5 metres with a 1 metre swell off the Hunter coast. Some rain on the way tomorrow, with heavy falls expected on the mid and far north coasts as well as southeast Queensland. 27 on the Gold Coast and Lismore, 29 at Grafton, 33 the top at Tamworth and Narrabri, 32 at Scone, 33 at Tamworth and Newcastle, 30 degrees. Taking a look at the 7-day outlook now across the regions. Let's start in Newcastle, and it's set to be a wet week ahead. The heaviest falls expected on Tuesday, between 8 and 20 mils. The rain will hang around as well. 25 the top on Wednesday, 26 on Tuesday, 28 the top on Saturday. Well, it's going to be a hot one for Tamworth tomorrow, 33 degrees, rain on Tuesday and partly cloudy for the rest of the week. 27 on Wednesday, 29 on Thursday and warming up to 31 degrees on Saturday. Coffs Harbour now, and it's set to be an interesting week across the mid-north coast. Monday is when the wet weather will set in, between 20 and 40 mils expected there. Wednesday 23 degrees, 24 and showers on Thursday, 26 on Saturday. Taking a look at Lismore now, 27 and stormy tomorrow, and some rain is expected for most of the week, most likely on Monday, 95% chance, between 15 and 30 mils, 24 degrees on Thursday, 25 on Friday as well as Saturday. And the Gold Coast, showers for most of the week and plenty of it, 27 the top tomorrow, 27 also on Tuesday, between 10 and 25 mils likely, 26 on Wednesday and Thursday as well, and 24 the top expected on Saturday. And that's NBN News for this Saturday. Enjoy your evening, and from all of us here, Merry Christmas.